Why even choose? Of course I'd pick the fourth option, abolishing princely domains. Even if the emperor were to fully support me, I would still choose abolishing princely domains. Brother Fang, I think the same as you. If princely domains are abolished, His Highness's throne might not be secure. If not abolished, then the great Ming king, the king of all under heaven. Ming Dynasty History Quiz, Question 8. The correct answer is, their status was restricted, and the princely domains in Fiaft by Taizu were abolished. Under the leadership of Li Jinlong, the Ming army suddenly ambushed Prince Zhou's residence in Kaifeng, imprisoning Prince Zhao in a cage. After this, Prince Qi, Prince Dai, and Prince Ming were successively locked away in a heavily guarded prison. Except for Prince Qin and Prince Jin, who had already died during the Hongwu era. The imperial princes, enfeoffed by Zhu Yuanzhang, were all arrested. At this time, the Prince of Yan, guarding Bai Ping, also lost his military and political power. To avoid calamity, he had no choice but to feign madness and foolishness. How could they treat the Prince of Yan like this? The Prince of Yan was a loyal subject. Fortunately, this king died early and didn't have to suffer such humiliation. I didn't expect Yunwen to be so cruel and ruthless. I'll go smash him to death right now. I'm afraid Taizu won't spare the three of them this time. Ming Dynasty History Quiz, Question 9. Which of the following is not a legend about the whereabouts of Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang, the second emperor of the Ming Dynasty according to later generations? What do you mean by Yunwen's whereabouts? Did Yunwen disappear? How could he as an emperor disappear? A. Drowned after falling into Xuanwu Pond. B. Buried in the flames of the imperial palace. C. Became a monk, wandering everywhere. D. Killed by Chen Zhu. Special attention! This is a bonus question. If you don't choose, you will surely die immediately. Intentionally choosing the wrong answer will deduct 1 month from your lifespan. Good that he died. Good that he died. Heaven has eyes. Let him die earlier. Otherwise, my great Ming would truly perish after its second generation. Alright. Everyone say, how would this damned child die in history? Was it by drowning? By fire? Or was he killed by his own brother? As for the option of becoming a monk, old Zhu never even considered it. He himself joined the army and rebelled because he couldn't stand being a monk. Mr. Lai, what do you think? Your Majesty, I can only say that all are possible. Of course, becoming a monk is not entirely impossible either. Perhaps Yunwen was incited by bad people, and seeing his 12th uncle perish in the flames, he suddenly repented, abandoned the throne, and became a monk. Mr. Lai really knows how to talk. However, even though he was incited by those two imperial figures, it's also our fault for knowing that leaving the throne to our grandson would lead to our son's jealousy. The grandson would naturally fight back, so Yunwen was probably not in control of himself. Actually, your son thinks this way. Although the imperial palace fire repaid the blood debt of the 12th brother, it was done knowingly and openly. Not worth it. As for being killed by Chen Zhu, that's even more impossible. The previous question already gave a hint. Duke Qiao Li Jinlong led civil and military officials to welcome Chen Zhu into the imperial city from Jinchuan Gate. Clearly, Yunwen was already dead at this point. Otherwise, that would be rebellion. The Crown Prince makes a good point. The Chen Zhu option can be directly deleted. As for becoming a monk, Your Majesty also said, it's highly unlikely. And the big fire again affects the nation's foundation and its image. What do you think? Although I really want to tell you, which one is the wrong answer the heavens want to ask? With so many people present, it's easy to expose myself. Your son dares not guess, but also feels it should be the first one. After all, how could there be a fire in the imperial palace? As for the military's talk, it's even less likely that our great Ming imperial family would do that. Becoming a monk. This option is actually the most likely. Ming Dynasty History Quiz, Question 9. Selection list. Those who chose A drowned in Xuanwu Pond are Zhu Yuanzhang, Empress Ma, Zhu Biao, Li Shancheng, Zhu Shuang, Zhu Gang, and Zhu Di, 142 people. Those who chose B, buried in the imperial palace fire, are the Prince of Yan's consort, Lan Yu, and Feng Xiaobu, 3 people. Those who chose C, became a monk, are Duke Wei Shuda and Duke Taoli Wenzhang, 2 people. Those who chose D, killed by Chenzu, are Fu Yude and Mu Ying, 20 people. Shuda is trying to save face for the emperor, just intentionally chose the wrong answer. Won't that reduce his lifespan by a year? Could Duke Wei's unexpected surprise from question 8 be an increase of 20 years to his lifespan? Ming Dynasty History Quiz. Question 9, correct answer. Regarding the whereabouts of Zhu Yunwen, later generations have 3 theories. The first theory is that when Chenzu entered the capital, a big fire suddenly broke out in the imperial palace. After the fire, workers found a body. Chenzu knelt over the body and cried bitterly, and ordered it to be buried. So the options for question 9 weren't about how Zhu Yunwen died, but to choose an option that is not one of the legends. Could the second emperor have truly become a monk, or was there no trace of his remains? The second theory is that when Chenzu entered the capital, Zhu Yunwen set fire to the imperial palace and then took out the secret edict left by Emperor Taizu. Inside was an edict to ordain someone as a monk. The second emperor disguised himself as a monk and left the palace through a secret tunnel. Old Zhu was also stunned. Although this event, he hasn't done it yet. But thinking about it now, it's actually quite possible. The third theory is that after Chenzu entered the capital, Zhu Yunwen met with him. He harshly cursed him for rebelling against the imperial family. Chenzu personally executed Zhu Yunwen and found a body, claiming to the outside world that the second emperor died in the fire. If that's the case, Chenzu shouldn't be an emperor enthroned by ministers after the second emperor's death, but rather, so only A drowned is not a legend about the whereabouts of Zhu Yunwen in later generations. And among these options, the true whereabouts of Zhu Yunwen is most likely C, became a monk. Although there are no official historical records, popular legends have long existed. One theory is that after Zhu Yunwen left the imperial palace, he followed the escape route Taizu had prepared for him and sought refuge with Mu Shengju in Yunnan, staying there until old age and leaving behind descendants. Another theory is that after Chenzu's death, Zhu Yunwen was once again brought back to the capital and lived out his remaining years in the imperial palace, where he was referred to as Lao Po by the palace staff. So fourth brother, you will meet your nephew Yunwen in the future. Not recognizing him is the right thing to do. Recognizing him would only harm him. What a pity Chenzu's grandson wasn't a broad-minded person either. First, he sent people to monitor fourth brother, and then treated you, fourth brother your uncle, this way. That's strange. What should Chenzu call us uncles? Prince Jingju Gang's final words were so soft, even he couldn't hear them clearly, and he was already terrified by his own suspicion. But Prince Jingju Gang's still somewhat loud words reached Zhu Di's ears. Zhu Di felt like they were cursing him, no matter how he listened. Firstly, he doesn't know that Chenzu is me. Secondly, I haven't said anything suspicious. According to the questions shown by Tian Mu, when that kid Zhu Yunwen was in power, he wasn't a child anymore, but an adult emperor around 20 years old. And when fourth brother died, he was 65. Chenzu went on 5 expeditions to Mongolia over 20 years. That means, when Yunwen ascended the throne, he was already over 40. If we infer from this, Father Emperor would still be on the throne for nearly 20 more years.
成祖20多年5次出征蒙古，那就是说，允文即位之时，他已经40多岁了。按这么推的话，父皇还能在位将近20年吧。